Hey, hi, my name is Kaushik and today I'm trying to solve the July weekly problem. The question is the number of people aware of secret and the question number is 2327. The question, it came as Leetcode medium. So basically let's focus on there. So basically there is an n number of n has been given and also given there is the delay integer and the forget integer. So we'll have to return the after nth day, I mean that at the nth day, after the number of people know, basically the question is that you are given as a delay, integer delay, and which means that after the delay date, the person will share the secret to the other person, and newer person to every day, and starting from the delay day after discovering this secret, and you are also given as a forget integer. So it means that after that forget value, the person will forget the secret. So we'll have to find the at that nth day how much people know the secret. So it may the answer it may vary large. So in that case I will return through the modulo operator through 10 to the power 9 plus 7. So first I am trying to dry run the problem, then after that I am trying to implement my logic as a coding format. So n is equals to 6 to 4. That is n is equals to 6, delay is equals to 2, and delay and the forget is equals to 4. So basically my logic is that I am trying to do through the recursive technique, and then after that I am memorizing through the. So if I have been starting from the current date that is 1, and the n is basically value n and the d and the forget value. So in that condition what I will check there, basically we'll have to the current date. If the current date plus forget value, if it is less than or equals to n, it means that do I need to suppose that current plus forget value is greater than n is coming. So in that case we need to require that the value to count it as answer. So there is no. And suppose my current starting is there and the forget value has been ending there. So after the span, so all time the person will forget about that. So in that case I can reduce my answer, right? And so that is the first of all the base condition for there, forget and less than n. In that condition I will deduct, and before there the answer will be incremented by each and everything where it goes to the recursive call. And right now the starting point, there is the starting day right now. For starting day 2, what is the span we could share the value? Basically the starting day plus the delay, because before delay we could not proceed to share the secret, right? So after that from that the start day plus delayed day to the what is the minimum? Basically either n minus either n plus 1, I mean that I am taking that less than function, so that's why I am taking the n1. So otherwise the n basically, or the day plus the forget, which is the minimum, because why I am taking this minimum, because after the minimum after the forget value, so basically that that will be the always be deducting the answer. So in that case that has been implemented through the, but by my effective day which can calculate. So in that case, the starting delay to the minimum between that. So day and the forget. Suppose my n has been much more greater, and the day plus forgot, suppose 2 plus 4. So in that case, I am taking that the start day to forgot day, because after that day, after the forgot day, the person will forget about the secret. So my approach will be first 1 n d and f, and n is 6, d is 2, and f is 4. So right now I am trying to take my logic as first I am there. So answer is equals to 1 right now. Now 1 plus the forget value, 1 plus the forget value, that is 5, and that is less than or equals to n, less than or equals to n. N is 6, yes, that is true. So that's the answer, will decrement it to 0. And now I am trying to the recursive call from there. N, that is the starting point, 1 plus the start value, I mean that the delay is basically 2, and the d 1 plus 4, that is 5. So 3 to 5. So after that my condition is goes to there, 3 n d f, 4 n d f, and after that 5 n d f, and the basically the n minus that is the n also 6, that is the 5, the minimum is basically the 3 to 5. So basically that is okay. And then after that 3, so 3 plus delay, that is 2, and less than or equals to that is goes to there, and answer also become right now 1. And 3 plus 2, so what is that, 5, 3 is 2, that is the 5, and 5 is less than or equals to, it is n is 6, yeah, that is, it's repeatedly it goes to 0. And start pointer, 3 plus the delay, that is 5, and 3 plus the forgot about, there is a 7 and the 6. So which is the minimum, 6. So I am taking the 5 to 6. So 5 n d f and the 6 n d f. So basically that is the same. So that's why I am taking the memorization technique, because so there will be repetitive sub problem has been came there, has to be come there. So right now I am trying to implement my logic as a coding format. So I am not taking I am taking as a extra space through memorization. So basically that order of n, and the time complexity is basically the I am taking there is the order of n square basically. So whereas basically that the maximum n, it will be repeated times. So basically that order of n square, and the space complexity is basically order of n, right? No, not. Hold on. There I am taking that as a basically that the time constant is basically the 10 not time constant, basically the space constant has been given as the 10 to the power 5 basically. So if I have been taking as a constant, so that will be the space complexity, it becomes order of 1, and the time complexity is become order of n square basically, order of n square. So basically if I have been taking as a dynamic formula, so in that case the order of n, and the order of the n square is the time complexity basically. Yeah. So right now I am trying to implement my logic as a coding format. Yeah, sorry, hold on. I forgot that, not 10 to the power 5 is that 1000 basically. So that is a time constant, there is an order of n. I can take it there because space complexity, it can be order of n because 1000 is a very small number as a constant value with respect to. And right now I'm trying to the answer can be a very large number, so in that case I am taking that as a long. So mem set is basically the first the value has been the repetition to ignore there. So -1 has been present there because to have to check that is an empty or not. Solve basically the current is in delay and the forget, and after that solve integer current date, integer in, integer delay, integer forget. So basically that first I'll check that if the value has been present or not. dp of current not equals to -1. In that case I will return the dp of current, and after that answer is equals to initialize. Then after that answer will be plus because I am going to the next iteration, I mean through recursion. And then after that I will check that the if my span is outside the n or not. If there is a not, there will be not required, and otherwise the then after that I will check that my current span is basically the after the forget period or not. The current plus forget is less than or equals to n or not. If that is, then answer will be deducted there. And after that for integer I is equals to current plus delay, because after delay we can share there. So I less than is equals to minimum of current plus forget and current plus forget and n plus 1. Why n plus 1? Basically that I am taking that as a less than, so that's why I am taking the, because up to n will have to maintain that. So I plus and then after that I will adding that value to the answer. Adding that value to the answer, then solve current that will be goes to their basically their I and in delay and forget. And answer is equals to mod by the 10 to the power. So we'll have to first maintain the mode basically. First as defined mod 10 to the power 9 6 7 8 9. So after that mod that will be done, and then after that I will put the value to the dp vector, dp array basically. So dp of current is equals to the answer. So current is basically 1 right now, starting from there current is. So right now I am trying to check my logic is true or not. Yeah, it is true. Hold on. 10 4 3 1 5. So let me check that if my logic is currently working or not. Okay, this is not invalid input. So 413 if I've been taken there. 415. Oh, sorry, no. This is not also a valid input because I am taking there as a more than n. Yeah, that is also not taking. What's up? 413. Yeah, it's got accepted in both test case. So right now I'm trying to submit my code. Yeah, it's got accepted. Thank you so much.